So some really good news to report today for the stimulus payouts. We are seeing more of them being done. Individuals are even starting to receive their checks. More individuals are reporting that they have been notified that checks are coming in. And the big news of the day is finally Social Security recipients, SSDI, RRB, and survivors of those individuals are going in the next 7 to 8 days receive their payments automatically to their accounts that are already hooked up for their benefits. It's going to happen by every parameter, every major news agencies, all the reputable sources are pointing to this upcoming week. We're talking the IRS, the Treasury, Social Security Administration, AARP, and all reputable news sources, including the IRS's own commissioner. It's all pointing to now. We have been reporting this now, I feel like, for the last month, but I want to share the exact timeline when you can expect to see it on certain days and the exact day where I think the mass deposit is going to be made. But we do know that this is going to happen, and the IRS has set themselves up to do it for this week. In fact, the IRS Commissioner, Chuck Reddick, I'm not sure if you were aware of this, but if you were Social Security or SSDI, they had this hard deadline, like a 48-hour time period that they gave for those individuals to file child dependents if they had them. And they made that deadline this last Wednesday. They only gave 2 days to do it. And they came out recently and they said the reason that they did that was because they wanted to start making direct payments as soon as possible. So Wednesday was that deadline, and now they're going to begin to make those direct payments. I have even heard some individuals have told me that they've seen those payments. I cannot confirm that. I'm only going on what people tell me or share with me. Individuals who I don't know, but who are Social Security recipients via this channel. And so I have heard that, but the vast majority of individuals who are Social Security and SSDI have not received them. If you guys watch this channel, you know that my dad receives Social Security. I check in with him periodically. He has not received it either. He does get the SSA 1099 form automatically mailed to him, like many individuals on Social Security. So if you're in that place, you are with the majority who haven't received it, but the time is now. So I want to go ahead and share with you exactly what that timeline looks like for when you can receive the payment. Now, this is the calendar that we have been using on this channel all along, where we have pinpointed exactly when we believed, based on the information that we were receiving, when those on Social Security, SSDI, and RRB and survivors would receive their payouts. And we have always marked it here as the 29th of April. And so now with all these news agencies finally sort of corroborating together that this is the week, it is matching up with what we've been giving you all along. So we feel really confident that we were able to hit this on the head early on. And so I am thinking that it's possible even by tomorrow, some individuals may start to see some deposits into their account, going with what the IRS did initially with individuals who were receiving their direct payments for regular tax filers. There were some banks that were forwarding payments early, so it seemed like the IRS was issuing some payments out earlier than others, then did a mass payment on Wednesday, the 15th of April, which is the day we indicated that regular tax filers would get their payment, and that in fact was the day where the Treasury did do the mass deposits, and then some individuals got them in the following days after that. It wouldn't surprise me if the IRS used a similar methodology where perhaps even tomorrow there may be some deposits made. It could be due to various reasons. Perhaps they want to test out the direct deposit, see if those things go through, if they can be verified. There may even be more done next week on Monday. But in our opinion, based off of everything we've seen and the IRS's parameters that it would be 10 days after the initial deposit, which was Wednesday, April 15th, I'm going to say that the most likely day where you will see your deposit, if you are Social Security, SSDI, and RRB or survivor, is going to be Wednesday, the 29th. If you don't see it that day, I would give another couple of days by Friday to add any additional payments that the IRS may owe to people. And by Friday, I would expect out of the 50 million people who are in that category, I would expect that the IRS should be able to get it to at least 40 million. Now, I know you would want me to say all 50 million. I just don't have that much confidence in the IRS and the Treasury. I really don't. But do I think they can get it to about 80% of them? I do. And so this is what we're going to do on this channel. Next week on Friday, I am going to hold a poll for everyone here who is, I'll do regular tax filers and Social Security, SSDI, RRB, and survivors. I'm going to hold a poll where you can click on the link and list out, and it's all anonymous. You're not submitting your name or anything. What category you belong in and whether or not you got your payment. And also it's going to be helpful for you because you'll be able to see if other people received their payments and if you didn't. So that'll let you know if maybe you need to take some action on that or not. If you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing and click on the notifications if you want to be a part of that. Or maybe you don't want to be a part of it, but you want to see the results from the poll to make sure that you're not being left out and everyone else received their payments. So if you want that, go ahead and subscribe, and I'm going to let those results be known on the following Monday. So that'll be next week. I'll let you guys know about that again. I'll notify you of that. Now, those of you that are on SSI are not a part of the group receiving their payments this week. The best information the IRS has given us for SSI is that it's early May. And so, again, in my opinion, early May doesn't mean May 1st. Early May means maybe the first Wednesday in May to the second Wednesday in May. That would be my guess, only based off of the track record that we've seen with the IRS. They don't seem like they're the fastest agency to make payments to people. So that's what I'm going on, but they said early May. And if you are on VA, they are still listing on their site right now that VA, there is no timeline, but there are some reports coming out that VA is supposed to be paid out in early May as well. Although the IRS has still not changed their website on naming it early May. They still say a timetable hasn't been given. And finally, the last group I want to talk about is those receiving checks, because there's a lot of people who thought they should have received their direct deposit already, regular tax filers, and they didn't. It's possible that you are a part of the group that's going to get checks because your direct deposit perhaps isn't set up in a way where they were able to do that. The checks are going out. So they're being mailed, indicated today on the 24th to be mailed out. And so they're going to start with income. Up to $10,000 is going to get there first, then $10,000 to $20,000, $20,000 to $30,000 each of the following weeks in May. So checks are being mailed out as well. So this is really good news. It seems like everything is pointing to payments are going to start being made again in a mass push out this upcoming week. So I hope this information is helpful to you, and I hope that it provides at least a little bit of relief in the sense of, okay, I feel like now I'm kind of reaching the end point of where I can expect to get this payment. So if you have any thoughts or comments or anything like that, always leave them below. I do read them. I try to address as many as I can. I find that if individuals click on the notifications, that I see those comments much easier. On this channel, we're starting to get thousands of comments when I post a video, but the ones who get automatic notifications, those pop up on my feed much easier, so I see those throughout the day. If you want me to have a better shot of seeing your comment out of maybe 1,000 that are given, turn on the notifications. It will just give you a better shot because it'll pop up on my notification. At least that's what I'm seeing. So hopefully that'll help you guys. Hopefully you have a great day, a great weekend, and I hope to report even better news next week when we do that poll and we find out that a majority of you have now finally received your payment. So as always, we will catch you guys next time.